We do have some breaking news coming into 120 Sports, and it's back to the NFL for this one. And Josh McDaniels apparently is, quote, likely, unquote, to accept a head coaching position from an NFL team if he is offered said position. So, Dylan, if you had to pick out a team that either has an opening or we believe will have an opening, Jacksonville obviously has an opening right now, and we know there's going to be a lot more come Black Monday, which is, by the way, next Monday. Where do you think would be a good fit for not so young anymore Josh McDaniels?
I don't love Josh McDaniels as a head coach.
Really?
I'll say that. If I'm a GM, if I'm an owner, I'm not beating down the door of Josh McDaniels to be a head coach.
So LA, you don't think the Rams should call? Jacksonville?
No.
The immediate openings that we know of?
The dot I can connect is Buffalo. Again, and I say this, if I'm Buffalo, that's not where I'm starting my list, but for the purpose of this question, which team makes the most sense, if you will, I'll say Buffalo. Rex came in with all this big talk about how he's going to have one of the best defenses of all time. It didn't work.
Nope.
The defense is not playing well. They need to figure things out on the defensive side, but they also need to get more creative offensively, which is Josh McDaniels' strong suit. I think maybe just the fact that he knows the Patriots so well, he's got such an understanding of what makes them effective and what makes them tick. Maybe you could bring that to another team within the division and hopefully utilize some of that kind of, pull a Patriot on him. Use some of that inside knowledge to beat them, to work against them.
I'm looking at possible openings. Again, we're not trying to get anybody fired here.
Because I think Rex is gone. That's why I say that. Rex isn't gone yet, but I think he's gone.
I'm with you. And again, LA is open right now. Jacksonville's open right now. I wonder if Cincinnati becomes available, if they've run out of patience. But I don't know that that's a good fit because that's a team that needs discipline. I don't think of Josh McDaniels as a guy that goes in there with cachet from day one and goes, yeah, it's my way or the highway. I don't see that. That's what I think Cincinnati needs.
Vontez Burfict's going to be like, all right.
Listening to Josh McDaniels, right? Maybe San Francisco, which I think could be a better fit.
What about LA? Because LA is the other one I thought about just because they need to do something offensively. Offensively, they're so vanilla and so boring and so, Todd Gurley himself, the best player on the Rams, at least offensively, called their offense a middle school offense. I think Josh McDaniels runs something a little bit more creative, maybe bringing him into LA.
That could make sense. And again, it kind of goes back to Tim Doyle's theory of if you went with the brunette, then you break up with her, go to the blonde. You had the defensive guy in Jeff Fisher. Now you go to the offensive guy in Josh McDaniels. I think that actually makes some sense. I don't know if LA, if he's a big enough name for LA, if they're trying to get, butts in the seats, but he is a quarterback whisperer of sorts, right? Obviously, Tom Brady likes him, or else he wouldn't have brought him back for part 2. And don't believe that, folks, that Bill Belichick makes that only say on that call. Absolutely, Tom Brady signs off on that. I'm bringing him back to New England after he failed in Denver. So if Bill Belichick and Tom Brady sign off not once but twice on this guy, and I'm LA, I might think about it because you've invested a hell of a lot in Jared Goff. And you've traded up picks and given up picks to get him. If you can straighten that guy out, and it looks like he needs a lot of work. Then maybe, just for Jared Goff's sake, it would make some sense.
Yeah, I can get behind that a little bit. It needs to be someone where his skills are going to be used and where his skills are needed. And his skills are on the offensive side of the ball and being able to devise game plans that help quarterbacks succeed. They definitely need that in Buffalo. They definitely need that in LA.